Just when the excitement for Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul bout was reaching its peak, Tyson dropped a bombshell about a medical scare that nearly sidelined him from the fight. The legendary Iron Mike felt queasy and lightheaded on a flight from Miami to Los Angeles with an ulcer flare-up that had everyone on board fearing the worst. Tyson, now 57, faced a health crisis that put his training and the entire fight into question. So, has he managed to bounce back? And what does this mean for the highly anticipated showdown with Jake Paul? Let's kick things off with a quick intro to the two fighters gearing up for this headline-making bout. On one side, we've got Mike Tyson. If you know anything about boxing, you know Tyson. He's a former undisputed heavyweight champion who ruled the ring in the late 80s and early 90s with his ferocious style and knockout power. Even though he retired from professional boxing back in 2005, Tyson made a notable comeback in 2020 with an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. At 57, he's still a force to be reckoned with, and his legacy in the sport is undeniable. On the other side of the ring, we have Jake Paul. He's a YouTuber turned boxer who's been making waves in the boxing world for the past few years. He's an interesting character. Known for his brash personality and controversial antics, Paul has managed to build a reputation as a serious contender despite his unconventional path to the sport. He's taken on former MMA fighters like Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, and Anderson Silva, showing he's not just about the hype, he can deliver in the ring too. This matchup between Tyson and Paul is a clash of eras and personalities. Tyson brings decades of experience and a storied career, while Paul represents the new wave of celebrity boxers leveraging their fame into legitimate sports careers. The fight has stirred up a lot of buzz, not just because of the names involved, but also due to the unique circumstances surrounding it, like the special fight regulations and the significant age difference. That's why the news about Tyson's medical scare spread like wildfire. During a flight from Miami to Los Angeles, Mike Tyson experienced a sudden and alarming health issue. While in the air, Tyson began to feel queasy and lightheaded, causing concern among the flight crew and passengers. The 57-year-old boxing legend had an ulcer flare-up, a condition that can lead to severe nausea, dizziness, vomiting, and other discomforting symptoms. For those unfamiliar, an ulcer is a sore that can develop in the lining of your stomach, small intestine, or esophagus. When an ulcer flares up, it can cause a range of uncomfortable and sometimes severe symptoms. Ulcers can also cause other symptoms such as bloating, belching, and even chest pain, which can sometimes be mistaken for a heart-related issue. As Tyson's condition worsened, the flight attendants quickly asked if there was a doctor on board to assist. Fortunately, the flight was equipped to handle medical emergencies, and paramedics were ready to step in as soon as the plane landed in Los Angeles. The flight, already delayed by 2 hours due to the intense Miami heat, finally arrived with paramedics boarding immediately to provide Tyson with the necessary medical care. The situation was tense, but Tyson received prompt treatment for his symptoms. His representatives later clarified that the ulcer flare-up occurred about 30 minutes before landing, and that Tyson was grateful for the medical staff's quick response. Despite this scare, Tyson assured fans and the media that he was on the mend and feeling much better. Tyson's health scare raised questions about how it would impact his training and whether he would be fit to compete. But true to his resilient nature, Tyson bounced back, determined to stay on track for the bout, showing the world once again why he's known as one of the toughest fighters in boxing history. Before the medical scare, Mike Tyson was fully immersed in a rigorous training regimen to prepare for his bout with Jake Paul. At 57, Tyson knew he had to be in top form to compete against a much younger opponent, so he didn't hold back in his preparations. Tyson's training routine was intense and disciplined. He worked out daily, focusing on both his physical and mental conditioning. This included a mix of cardio, strength training, and boxing drills to ensure he maintained his legendary speed and power. To maximize his performance, Tyson also made significant lifestyle adjustments.
Man, I think he's underestimating me. I truly think that.
One of the most notable changes was his decision to abstain from marijuana. Although Tyson has been open about his regular use of marijuana for its medicinal benefits, he decided to give it up during his training for the Jake Paul fight. This decision was influenced by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, which lists marijuana as a prohibited substance for fighters. In addition to abstaining from marijuana, Tyson made other personal sacrifices. He stopped sleeping with his partner as part of his dedication to following all the rules and maintaining focus. These changes were all aimed at ensuring he was in the best possible condition come fight night. But after the medical scare, Mike Tyson had to make some more changes to his training regimen to ensure his health was not compromised further. Recognizing the importance of balancing intense training with recovery, Tyson and his team adjusted his schedule to include more rest periods and less physically taxing routines. This was crucial to allow his body to heal properly and avoid any further complications from the ulcer flare-up. While Tyson continued with his core training activities, the intensity was dialed back to a more manageable level. His focus shifted slightly to include more low-impact exercises and recovery techniques such as stretching, yoga, and physiotherapy. These adjustments were made to maintain his fitness while ensuring his body wasn't subjected to undue stress. In the wake of the incident, Tyson knew he needed to address the concerns of his fans and the media. He made a public statement to reassure everyone that he was on the mend. Tyson was clear in his message. Despite the scare, he was still committed to the fight with Jake Paul. He reassured his supporters that he was back to feeling 100% and ready to step into the ring. This statement not only calmed the nerves of his fans, but also showed his determination and resilience, reinforcing why he remains a formidable figure in the world of boxing. The news of Mike Tyson's medical scare before the Jake Paul fight drew significant attention from the boxing community. Joe Rogan, a well-known commentator and podcast host, expressed deep concern for Tyson's well-being. Rogan emphasized the risks involved for a 57-year-old stepping into the ring, especially after such a health scare. He pointed out that while Tyson remains a legendary figure, age and health cannot be ignored in the context of professional boxing. Chael Sonnen, a retired mixed martial artist and current sports analyst, also weighed in on the situation. Sonnen highlighted the inherent risks and controversies surrounding the fight, noting that Tyson's medical emergency could have serious implications for his performance and safety in the ring. Similarly, Teddy Atlas, a veteran boxing trainer and commentator, questioned the wisdom of allowing such a fight to proceed, given the age difference and recent health issues faced by Tyson. Atlas voiced concerns about the bout's credibility and the potential risks to Tyson's health.
If Mike Tyson hits him, it's over. And that was an amazing concept for me. If Mike Tyson hits him, it's over. Why do you say that?
Fans took to social media platforms like Twitter and Reddit to share their reactions and speculations. Many expressed worry about Tyson's ability to compete at a high level given his recent health scare. Some fans questioned whether the fight should proceed at all, given the potential risks to Tyson's health. Others speculated about how this incident might affect his training and overall readiness for the fight. One of the biggest points of controversy surrounding the upcoming fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul has constantly been Tyson's age and health. At 57 years old, Tyson is significantly older than Paul, who is in his late 20s. This age gap has raised serious concerns about Tyson's safety in the ring. The recent medical scare only added to these worries, highlighting the risks associated with an older athlete competing at such a high level. Critics argue that the physical demands of boxing, combined with Tyson's age and health issues, could lead to severe consequences in the ring. Adding to the controversy are the unusual regulations set for this fight. Unlike standard professional boxing matches, which typically consist of 10 or 12 rounds lasting 3 minutes each, this bout will feature 8 rounds with each round lasting only 2 minutes. Additionally, both fighters will wear 14-ounce gloves, which are heavier than the usual 10-ounce gloves used in professional boxing. These changes are intended to reduce the risk of injury, especially given Tyson's age and recent health concerns. However, these modifications have sparked debate within the boxing community. Some see them as necessary precautions to ensure safety, while others argue that they undermine the integrity of a professional bout. The use of heavier gloves and shorter rounds could alter the dynamics of the fight, potentially affecting performance and strategy. Because of all this, critics argue that the fight should not be sanctioned, primarily due to Tyson's age and recent health scare. They believe that allowing a 57-year-old to compete against a much younger opponent could pose significant health risks and question the integrity of such a match. However, there are also strong arguments in favor of the fight proceeding. Supporters point to Tyson's extensive experience and resilience, which have made him a legendary figure in boxing. They argue that despite his age, Tyson's dedication to his training and his impressive physical condition demonstrate that he is still a formidable contender. Additionally, the special regulations, such as the shorter rounds and heavier gloves, are seen by some as appropriate measures to ensure safety while still allowing the fight to take place.
Mike Tyson, age 57, is going to be fighting Jake Paul, age 27, on July 20th on Netflix, which is, I think, a first for Netflix to actually have a live fight.
Yeah, right. I think so.
Regardless of all this, the fight's still happening, it seems. The potential outcomes of the Tyson versus Paul fight carry significant implications for both fighters. If Tyson wins, it could further solidify his legendary status, proving that age and health challenges can't keep a true champion down. Such a victory would be proof of his enduring skill and determination, potentially opening the door for more high-profile fights or exhibitions in the future. On the other hand, A win for Jake Paul would significantly boost his reputation in the boxing world. Defeating a legendary figure like Tyson, despite the age difference, would add substantial credibility to Paul's boxing career. It would also likely lead to more lucrative and high-profile bouts, cementing his transition from a YouTube personality to a serious athlete in the sport. As we wrap up our deep dive into Mike Tyson's recent medical scare and the upcoming fight with Jake Paul, what are your thoughts on Tyson's chances in the ring? Do you think his experience will outweigh the age and health concerns, or are the critics right to worry? Share your insights in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our ongoing coverage of this and other major boxing events. Thank you for watching.